I'm Daniel Wilson, I'm from Yakimono Restaurant in Melbourne, Australia, and I'm here to share my knowledge with the students in the culinary program at GRCC, Secchia Institute. I moved over here from New Zealand in 1994 and started in the fall semester in September at the Culinary Arts program at GRCC. I loved how immersive the program was. I think the lab-based classes, doing multiple days in a row every week, really reinforces that learning and knowledge. When I first started at the college, I didn't have a working permit yet. I was, however, allowed to work for the college. So I started working with Bob Schultz, who was at the time the banquet manager. When Bob contacted me last year, and he came over to see me in Australia and learn, because he teaches international cuisine, so he came over to broaden his knowledge to share with his students, and he said it was his plan to get me to come over here and do a week with the students and share the knowledge that I've learned over my 30-year career. I was thrilled to come back over. I really enjoyed my time here at the college, and I felt I wouldn't be where I am today if I hadn't have gone through the program here. It's always interesting seeing new batches of students coming through, and some of them have a real drive and a passion, and some a little bit more reserved and need a bit more cajoling along the way. But I think that as a chef working on a day-to-day basis, that's what we're doing anyway. We're teaching the next generation. So a mark of how good a chef is how well his team can do the job, not how well he can do the job. So it's the same here. So at the end of that class or that semester, the students should all be at the same level. Australian cuisine takes its influences from a lot from the Pacific Rim, a lot from Asia. Also, over the last 10 years or so, there's been a lot of native ingredients in Australia that have been around for millions of years that are starting to become a bit more popular and mainstream and cultivated a bit more. I'm highlighting some of those ingredients while I'm here. So the first course, we're using some beautiful tiger prawns. They are sustainably caught, and we're going to char grill those and serve them with a macadamia hummus and some finger lime dressing and some cucumber and mint. We're going to follow that up with a salad of Witlof, Stilton cheese, roasted hazelnuts and pear with a Davidson plum dressing. And then we'll move on to the pièce de résistance. So we've got some Australian wagyu beef. So we've got a lovely rump cap, which we have charred, and then we're cooking at a low temperature so it's evenly cooked all the way through. And then we'll char it again and then carve it. And we're serving that with parsnip puree and roast Brussels sprouts, and with a Tasmanian pepperberry jus. And then finally for dessert, we've got a classic New Zealand dessert, pavlova, which is a slowly baked meringue which has coconut yogurt on top and mango sorbet and some toasted coconut flakes. I think GRCC has always been really forward-thinking about exposing their students to different cuisines, cultures, techniques, and it's really a mark of how good the program is how the students come out the other end and forge their careers out in the industry. And I think it's just great that the college is behind bringing alumni back. I've got 30 years of experience now, and to be able to share that with these guys who are just starting out is invaluable. So I think it's fantastic, and I'm just honoured to be asked to come back.